Our word for today, ransom, taken from the first letter of Peter, chapter 1. Beloved, realize that you were ransomed from your futile conduct, handed on by your ancestors, not with perishable things like silver or gold, but with the precious blood of Christ, as of a spotless, unblemished lamb. Ransom, again, the definition of ransom, a sum of money or other payment demanded or paid for the release of a prisoner. We were bound, brothers and sisters. We were lost in our sin. The only way that we could be redeemed was with a price, the price of Jesus' own blood. That's the price that he chose to pay in order that we might be free. Where we lose ourselves a little bit is forgetting the situation we were in before we were ransomed. And believe me, each of us comes to a point in our life where we choose that freedom that's available to us in Christ. And when we choose that thing, when we make ourselves free of that by receiving that free gift from Jesus, that grace that he bought for us, where we can enter into that intimate relationship with him, one of the greatest gifts that we can retain is a good memory. One of the greatest gifts that we can retain is a good memory of where we are, where we were without Christ. Because what happens is we are redeemed, we are made free, and then we forget our own imprisonment. It's as if we have no recollection whatsoever of the prison that we ourselves had chosen for ourselves before we met Christ. And then we stand in judgment of those who still remain in prison. And it never occurs to us that we should look back at the time when we were in prison, before we met the Lord, and know ourselves well enough to know that if we knew at that time and finally did come to discover the freedom that was available to us, we would not choose to remain in prison. But what makes us think that all of those who are in prison now would choose it if they had full knowledge? Well, guess what? Our job is to go and make that invitation to them, to share that information with them, that they might make a well informed decision about the gospel of Jesus Christ, about the teachings of the church that he himself founded on the Apostle Peter. But the best way that we can approach them is with a recollection of our own imprisonment, the time before we met the Lord, so that we don't come off all puffed up and heady about it. No, we go as humble servants of Christ, being made free ourselves, and we go to those who are still in prison, in the same prison that we ourselves were in. It's not a prison that we are not familiar with. No, we know that prison. Recollect that thing. Keep it in your memory to know the gift that has been bought for you at such a high price. And again, what was paid to make us free? What ransom was put forward? Blood of Christ, the blood of Christ. And it tipped the scales, and it wasn't even close. My sin on one side, the blood of Christ on the other, and the scales are automatically tilted in the favor of the blood of Christ. No matter what I've done, no matter what sin I have committed, no matter how far I have separated myself from God, the blood of Christ, the giving of his own life for my sake, always wins when that scale is tipped in favor of his sacrificial death. So let us come humbly before him. Let us accept the gift that he has bought for us, and let us put it forward to others with a recollection of when we ourselves were in prison. Ransom, our word for today.